and today we're talking about the power of intention. You know, it's really common in our culture that we think it's action that gets results, and yet many people aren't aware that intention can be just as powerful, if not more powerful, to help us get the results that we want in business and in life. I'd like to share with you a little story about an experience I had a few years ago that really illustrates this point. I've always invested big in my personal development, in my business education, and so a few years ago I was on a personal development retreat, and it just so happened that it was in Hawaii. And at the hotel we were staying at, they had a special experience where they would take guests out on an outrigger canoe. You know, the canoe like they had in the opening credits of Hawaii Five-0. So there was something about this outrigger canoe that just transfixed me. I really wanted to have the experience of being out there on the canoe. So I was staying at the hotel for 5 days, and I rang through to customer services to see if I could get booked. And they said, "Oh, we're sorry, Miss Doyle, there are no spots available. We're fully booked." And they said, "But you could do it next week." And I said, "I'm really sorry, I'm only going to be here for 5 days." And they said, "Well, you know what, we could always put you on the waiting list for tomorrow morning." And I said, "Absolutely, that would be fantastic. I will be there." And they said, No, there's no need to come down. We'll call you in the morning if a spot comes free." And I said, "I don't want to miss out on any chance of having this, so I will be there. So if a spot comes free, I'll be there to take it." So the following morning, I got up at 6 a.m., went down to where the outrigger canoe experience was due to take place, and I was joking with the team that were taking us out, and I was saying that I was going to be a stowaway on the boat. And so they knew I was waiting, and after a while a few guests assembled, and they said to me, "We're sorry, Miss Doyle, but the boat is actually full. We don't have a space for you." So at that moment I thought, okay, I was disappointed because I really wanted to do it, but I also knew I'd done everything I could in my power to make this possible. So I turned away and I went to pick up my bag, and just as I picked up my bag to walk away, I heard, "Ms. Doyle?" And I turned around and they said, "We have a spot for you on the boat." And I'm getting emotional now just talking about it because I was emotional at the time too. "We have a spot for you at the boat." And I said, "How is this possible?" And it just so turned out that one of the spots on the boat was actually being taken by a member of the hotel staff. Her mother was visiting, and so she had booked 2 spots. But when she saw how much I wanted to be on the boat, she decided to make way for me. Well, we went out on the boat, and it was just the most incredible experience. For the next hour, I was out paddling away this outrigger canoe, and we actually even got to see whales jump in. And honestly, it was just a life-changing experience because I knew I was learning so much, and that whole experience was much more about being on a canoe. It's about the power of intention. And there is many lessons in that story, so I just want to unpick it a little bit to show you, what really happened there. Step 1, set your intention. You know, just through the telling of that story, how committed I was to being on the canoe. And I was visualizing myself being on the canoe. Step 2, take action. I took action. I actually rang to see if I could get a spot on the canoe. But when they said it wasn't available, no, I still took action. I still decided to get up at 6 a.m. I wasn't lying in bed snoozing when the spot became available. Step 3, act as though your intention is delivered. That morning at 6 a.m, I didn't roll over and start snoring again. I got up, I got dressed. I was acting as though I was gonna be on the boat. And I was joking with the team and talking about being the stowaway. So all of my behavior was towards, I will be on this canoe. And note that it was because I was there that suddenly the opportunity opened up for me to be on the boat. If I hadn't got up that morning to go down and be down by the canoe, Diane wouldn't have seen my desire, and she wouldn't have had the opportunity to go, actually, she can have my spot. And the final step, surrender. If you know, in this story, I didn't get my spot on the canoe until I got to that moment of going, okay, I've done everything I can, and it's not worked out. It was in the moment of turning around and going to pick up my stuff that I heard them say, "Ms. Doyle." So there you go, the 4 steps to show the power of intention and how you can make the power of intention work for you in your life to help you get more of the results you want. Set your intention, take action, Act as though your intention is already delivered, and then finally surrender. So it's been a real pleasure to share this story with you. I hope it's inspired you, but I'm also thinking that you may have stories in your life about moments where you've really set your intention and acted in alignment with that intention being delivered, and things have changed for you. And I would really love to hear about them. I think this is a great opportunity for us to collect a collection of examples and put them together on my blog, which is at bernadettedoyle.com. I would really love it if you could come and share either your experiences or how this episode has impacted you.
Come on, everybody.